The unwanted horse problem in America is growing each year. New Jersey is no exception, with an extremely high equine population. All the rescues in the state are overflowing with horses, and the wait lists get longer and longer every day. One such rescue is the Standardbred Retirement Foundation, located in Hamilton, New Jersey. The SRF was founded 23 years ago by Mrs. Judith Bachman. The SRF's mission is to care for, rehabilitate, and rehome standardbreds, giving them a second chance after their lives are finished on the track. In this video, you will see two horses that were adopted from the SRF in their new lives as riding horses. The first horse you will see is Flight Deck Lex, known as Lexi, an 11-year-old former pacer now living in Howell, New Jersey with her owners Mary and Lisa Gear, and competing successfully as a jumper.
My name is Mary Gear. I'm the owner of Flight Deck Lex, known as Lexi. She's an 11-year-old standardbred mare. We got her from Standardbred Retirement Foundation 6.5 years ago. We decided to get a standardbred because we had a friend who was volunteering for the organization. She knew of a nice young filly who had come in. She thought she'd be right for us. My daughter rides Lexi in Hunter Jumper. When we first got her, she was quite green. Standardbreds are trained to do harness racing. They're not really trained as riding horses. So you have to work on making them a comfortable riding horse, which involves, in Lexi's case, getting her to stop pacing, to flatten out her trot, to get her to bend. My daughter's been taking lessons on Lexi for the whole time we've owned her. She's been a very successful show horse. She was Standardbred Retirement Horse of the Year 3 years ago. She's done very well at the National Standardbred Show. She's done very well at Central Jersey Horsemen's Association, which is a local schooling series. Standardbreds are often overlooked as a breed, as a riding or pleasure horse, but they're really quite desirable. Many standardbreds are very intelligent and very docile. She didn't do well at all as a racehorse. I believe she ran the wrong way in at least one of her races. But just because a horse doesn't work out at the track doesn't mean that they won't be a good riding horse. Many very successful thoroughbreds and standardbreds have been trained for hunter jumper or dressage or other disciplines where they're very successful. They don't have the stress of racing. They have contact with just one person, and it really improves their disposition and their temperament.
As you can see, Lexi is a great example of the talent of the standardbred horse. Now we're going to meet another SRF adoptee, Osborne Shy Cam, known as Ozzy, and his owner, Amanda Kenton. We'll also be seeing Amanda's new horse, Hit a Home Run, known as Homer, also an SRF adoptee.
After the SRF, I tried 4 or 5 horses the first time, but when I finally found Ozzy, my dad drove 7.5 hours for me to not even get on him and say that we were bringing him home. Since I've had Ozzy, he didn't canter when I got him, so I had to teach him to canter. But when I first got him, we started doing barrel racing, pole bending, team penning, all the westerny stuff, and now he does reining, he does sliding stops. And 2 years ago I started riding him English, so now he jumps and he does a little bit of dressage, but he does mostly barrels. Last year we got demo champion because we did parades. He went to the 4-H fair a few times. He does all the 4-H shows. We actually got the High Point Speed Horse for the Tri-County Awards, and he placed at the state show 5th and 6th in poles and keys. Ozzy just turned 21 this year, and he's being retired from the show ring, and my mom's going to trail ride him because he's earned his semi-retirement to just relax, and now I'm taking this year to start working with a new standardbred, who's Ozzy's new best friend. When I got on Homer, I had already tried 5 horses that day, and when I got on him, I knew he was the horse. So it has taken a lot of patience, but I've brought him home a year ago, and this year he's going to start showing. He's going to do speed, and he's going to do beginner hunter. He just now started cantering a couple months ago. It was very hard. He's a pacer, so he still doesn't really get the trot thing, but he's working on it. He's starting to get it. When you go to shows, a lot of people seem to think that the standardbreds, they don't do anything but race and then they're done. But they can canter despite what people think, and they can do any discipline you want them to.
I'd seen an article in the paper about the standardbred retirement, and I checked it out, filled out an application. It's like, several pages, but they want to know where you're going to keep it, what you're going to use it for. So you have to send pictures of where he's going to be. And we just love them. They're like potato chips. You can't have just one.
As you can see, Ozzy and Homer are also two great examples of the talent of the standardbred horse. These three horses all show the talent, versatility, and adaptability of their breed. With three great examples like these, hopefully the SRF will be able to further their goal of giving standardbreds a second chance and a new career after racing.